Welcome to Journey. Journey is that place where we highlight our trials in life and our victories in God. On today's episode, I will be serving you as the host. My name is Bolanle Oyedira. Come with me as we journey together on today's episode. See you at the other side. Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode on Journey Season 3, themed God's Business. By God's grace, I am your host today, serving you by bringing on board yet another fantastic and special guest on today's episode. My name is Bola Oyedira, and I will be taking you on the ride on today's episodes by God's grace. Now, joining us today is a fantastic woman, a powerful woman, a hardworking woman, and not just all of that, beautiful and spirit-filled. She is the founder and the director of a fashion school business in a place called Nigeria, a fantastic country called Nigeria, Mrs. Nifemi, and as the name of the fashion school is St.Lumrey Fashion School in Akure. Please welcome with me, everyone, Nifemi of St.Lumrey Fashion School. Welcome on board.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yes. Welcome on board.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nifemi, for joining us today. As you probably know, this season is just capturing God's business. God is interested even in our entrepreneurship skills. And we are privileged enough that God has directed us to cover this, and we want to say thank you for choosing to join us, to join wonderful Way CIC on this season, and for this episode as well. God bless you. So please, if you can please introduce yourself to us. I know you sent me your bio, but I try to let the guests introduce themselves because I don't want to water it down. When I was reading your bio, I was like, wow. And I followed you for a while, and I must say you're doing amazing things. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
So over to you. Please introduce yourself to us. Just give us a bit of a background. We'd like our audience to get to know you, what you're doing with St.Lumrey Fashion School.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. My name is Nifemi Lumure. I'm from Ekiti State, Nigeria, and I'm married to a friend and a boss as well. And then I'm the managing director of St.Lumrey Fashion and the chief instructor of St.Lumrey Fashion School. And aside fashion, I love acting. Acting is another passion of mine. Do you know that?
Wow. I think you mentioned in your bio, did you?
Yeah.
Wow. So you love acting?
Yes,
so we should be expecting some drama today, Nifemi.
maybe not.
I'm joking, but thank you very much. Can you please quickly tell us how long has St.Lumrey Fashion School been in existence for?
Okay, St.Lumrey Fashion School has been since 10 years now.
Wow. So you started in 2012?
Yes. My husband started the academy.
Wow. So if you're joining us, you can see that there's a length of business, business experience that we're bringing on board today, and we're so grateful to God for this. Wow. So I would be wondering, when I saw the name St.Lumrey, it sounds unique. I know that's your surname. And I was going to, and many people tend to, or some people, I don't use the word men, so I don't sound generalizing people, they tend to shy away from using their personal name for business.
Yes.
So why
Yes.
did you choose St.Lumrey as the name?
Okay. St.Lumrey is actually from our surname. That is
Okay.
Lumure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it was inspired by God, and we just changed the U.
Yeah.
I told you it's Lumure. So we
Yeah.
just took the U and then we added Y at the back of
Added
the.
of it. All creative. Wow. I know your fashion goddess. You know, when I say
Yes.
fashion goddess, this woman has a high level of creativity when it comes to fashion. Oh my God, our designs
Thank you.
are beautiful, beautiful. And I'm not saying this to flatter her, because God sees the heart of her. Our designs are impeccable and beautiful.
Oh,
So,
really?
yes, they are. They are. They are. Thank you so much. So you've been in existence for 10 years. Now, you made
Yes,
mention
ma'am.
about God inspired the name. Now, we want to go about inspiration. Some people will tell you, oh, I got my business idea by God telling me that I should go and build this business. Or actually, no, it was from my own personal experience. It was from just something that I had a natural flair for. I just wanted to do it. I just felt like I would enjoy it. What is your story? Was it a thing of God said, Nifemi and husband, please go and set up a fashion school? Or was it a thing of, oh, I grew up with this? I mean, what brought about fashion school? How did the
Okay.
idea come about?
Okay, thank you. I learned fashion designing at a roadside shop.
Wow.
That's 2012. Just the back then it's not as wide as this. I was just a young girl that just loved fashion designing, and then I just enrolled at a roadside shop. Like I said, nothing much. In fact, most of the designs, they really don't know how to approach them. Their exposure is very small. So I did that for a year, and then I gained admission into the higher institution. So after then, fast forward to 2016, I relocated after my school. I relocated to Akure, where I am presently now. And that was when I met my husband. He as well was a fashion designer. Okay.
Wow.
Yes. And he had the company running then. He had the company St.Lumrey Fashion, just that he was specialized on male clothing alone. Okay. Yes, it wasn't a unisex design. Okay. But he has a fashion school then, but it wasn't as big as this. I had a dream 10 years ago when I started learning to have my own fashion institution where I can train people properly. And, they just enroll, not just this roadside thing. It's common at this side of the world, Nigeria. So, because they believe that when you enroll if you tell people you want to learn, people just naturally feel like your career is over. You don't have things you want to do. That's the culture back then. They feel like when I told my mom I wanted to learn back then 10 years ago, she was worried that this lady, you're so brilliant, you're so intelligent. Why do you want to do this? She was so worried because I was the doctor of the family back then. So they wanted medicine and all that, but that was so I wanted a fashion school, a proper fashion school where I can teach people. So when I met my husband and I saw that he had a fashion school and it was just male designs. Okay, I just like, okay, we were cutting then. I was working back then at a secondary school. I had to quit my job so that I could pursue my passion. I think it's high time I just pursue my passion with my husband. He was my fiance then. So that was how I got to St.Lumrey Fashion. And I needed to upgrade my skill a little. I told you I learned at a roadside. So I needed to upgrade my skill a little within 2 months. And that was how I started female fashion designing at St.Lumrey Fashion. So I had to start, and female clients started coming in and all that. I haven't started training then. And eventually, when I saw that the demand was high, because I was very, very good, very, very good. So when
you are still good. You're not what? You're still very good, and you continually be good.
No, I don't sew anymore.
Yeah.
I actually don't sew anymore now.
Okay.
Presently, I really don't sew like 100%, maybe like 20% now.
Okay.
So I'm now fully into training now, presently. So back then, 2016, I was just doing female design. But eventually when we got married, so it was just like, you have to start training. This potential is just too much. And so I was just like, that was how I started training. And my husband was a music person. He wanted to do music early in his life, but he started fashion. So he just like, okay. So he was leaving the fashion academy to me and then doing a bit of his music. So we were training together, taking in students and all that. But eventually, late last year, he just quit training. And then like, woman, you just take over. Since this is your dream, this is your passion, just take over. And that was how I took over the academy to the next level.
Wow.
So that was, so St.Lumrey fashion has been, even since I came in, but when I came in, I had to take the fashion academy to a new level.
Oh, wow. Wow. I think what I got from that is, so in your case, which is very, everyone has a different, unique story when it comes to business. So with your case, your husband had a vision, started
Yes.
it, and whereas
Yes.
when it came to you, you already had a vision in your heart that I wanted to do this, but it was already started. I mean, he had what he was doing already, and you came, okay, I was so females clothes. What I could see was, when you came on board, there was more of inclusiveness and diversity with the fashion. And now, it's gone beyond just we sewing for people. Now you train people together, both male and female. And just to ask you, do you particularly, because now that you're the one taking over, the chief trainer or developer, if I could say, the chief executive.
Okay, chief instructor.
Chief instructor, thank you very much for the correction. So as a chief instructor, do you train both male and female, or do you just do just the female?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Train just the female people, or both genders?
Yes, we do.
And just for the record, Nifemi, my name is Bola. Please, thank you. First name would do. I'm very sure our audience is thinking, why is she calling this girl?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Not smart, please. Bola will do. Thank you very much, Nifemi. Right. But yes, that's really amazing. Now, I know that you said your husband started it and then you took over. Is there a way? Was there any business plan into place? Did you, when you got into the business, was there a business plan that was written, or did you have to write a business plan? And what are your takes with business plan? Would you advise anyone to put a business plan into place, regardless of how they start their business? Maybe like yourself, you joined someone in partnership that happened to be a spouse. It could be a friend. It could be just someone, someone that you just, have the same alignment of values or vision with. Would you advise people to actually have a business plan or not? Or how important it is? Just expand on that.
Business plan is just too important to your business.
Wow.
I told you the business has been running, and of course we have a business plan already. So when I came in, I don't have to write another business plan. Since the business has been running already. And most of the things I did was part of the business plan. Do you get? Yes, it has been written. So
it was like a governance already state that is there. So you just ride on that. Awesome.
Yes, I just ride on that. So as a business owner, your business plan is the blueprint of your business. It tells people, like my husband has written that, we have that in place. So when I came in, nothing really changing. I already know the future of the business, where we are taking this business to. So I just stepped in and then I take it to where we desired it should be. Do you get it?
Yes.
So a business plan is very, very important to every business owner, because if you want to apply for a loan, it's one of the major criteria for a loan. And then of course, investors may want to invest in your business. It's one of the major key criteria to invest in your business, you have to have a business plan.
Wow, thank you very much for putting that, out there. A business plan is important. As Christians,
Yes.
we spirit-filled Christians, we have the gift of the Holy Spirit. I mean, we're so tremendously blessed that Jesus Christ left the Holy Spirit for us, and He knows it all and can teach us all. But I like the fact that even though you're spirit-filled, there's that place of your professionalism coming into place.
Yes, ma'am.
Doing the right things and just letting the Holy Spirit breathe on it. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Now, you mentioned something quite key, and that is if you wanted a loan or an investor. Now, can you give us an experience? I mean, your own experience around raising capital and sourcing funds for businesses. So you can give us a general ways, or even in Nigeria, West Africa. Perhaps I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian by birth.
Okay.
Even though I reside in the United Kingdom, and I still have cousins in Nigeria, some family members in Nigeria. And we see so many things in the news, but that's not the topic for today. But in the country of Nigeria, perhaps there's a Nigerian watching this now. How have you been able to raise funds or capital for your business, for sustainability, basically?
Okay, so I will be coming in 2 ways: for people that are just starting their business and for existing business owners. I'll be coming in that direction. Now, if you're starting your business, it is advisable you start with what you have, no matter how small. Don't even think of borrowing to start. Okay, so no matter how small, just start with what you have. That is what is advisable for startup owners. Okay, so, and aside that, another means of sourcing for capital is you can convert your you can convert your assets to money. Like if you have cars, you have maybe spare things, you have houses, you have jewelries, you have some things. It happened that when my husband was starting his music career, there was no much funds. He needed, of course, he has gotten so much gadgets and all that, but we needed this. There was this laptop he was using, and he needed to upgrade his laptop. So, and we need a whole lot of money. And there are machines that are lying there, industrial machines, that we know that if we convert these machines to money, it will solve this problem. And we are not just using them now. And there are some machines, embroidery machines, that we've been using in the past year, but because of trendy designs, things have changed and they are just there. So maybe just we now use them maybe once in 6 months, and they are just there. Do you get? And so if you convert those machines to money, it's a whole lot of money. So what we did was, this happened this year. What we did was we just picked 3 machines and we sold them off, and that solved that problem. So most of us, we have assets, we have this, so you can convert them. You don't have to borrow when you are starting. This is for startup and existing business owners. What I just said now. Okay, so another means for startup is how you can raise capital is you can walk up to friends and families to help you. That is, converting your social capital to financial capital. You have colleagues at work, you have neighbors, because they are the people that believe in you more than strangers. So you can walk up to them, whatever they can raise for you. Of course, you have to be very wise. This is Nigeria. You have to be strategic on how you meet them to raise capital for you. Okay, so those are the ways. And of course, another way for startup that you can raise capital is you can probably look for someone who's got the cash but don't have the time. There are some people that they have the money, they want to do this, but they don't have the time. They are in your line of business. They wish to do your line of business, but they don't have the time. So you can exchange their cash for the time. And of course, you have to reach agreement on that. So that is for, yes, that is partnering with people that, have the resources for your business idea.
Wow.
So
Wow.
That is for existing business owners, for
Yeah.
startups. Now, for existing business owners, of course, it is advisable as a business owner that you run a company account. Okay. So if you run a company account, naturally you have access to loans from your bank. It's natural. There are so many loans that we've accessed through us because we have an existing business account. Okay. So another means we have so many financial institutions. In Nigeria, we have BOI, Bank of Industries. Okay. But just that you need to present your business plan. Okay. They require so many collaterals. If you have collaterals like houses, you can access the loan from them. Okay. Then of course we have government loans. We have, look out for grants. We have grants. We have organizations. St.Lumrey is one of them. Yes, they give out grants. Just that you should be able to pay the price of the grant.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are ways you can source for capital for your business.
Amazing. Wow, Nifemi. Amazing. I mean, if you're watching this, I believe that what you just said will not just help those in Nigeria, anyone across the world watching this right now. And what I can, put this one word or statement I can actually summarize this is like, use what you have. There's always a resource around you. If you look deep, well, you will find something. And once you have that, and you have your passion and your skill, and of course the grace of God backing you up, you are good to go. Wow. So as St.Lumrey is, I follow you, it's not just a small business. I can classify it as a medium-sized, even to large business, depending on what eyes we're looking at it from, but definitely not a small business. And that tells me that you will have some employees that works with you. Even though you're the chief, you are the chief executive and the chief instructor as well, the people that that comes on board and work hand in hand with you to run the operations. How have you been able to employ the right employee? Because I know that recruiting an employee itself is I should have put it, it incurs cost, let me put it that way. And it's it's capital intensive, let me put it that. That's what I'm looking for.
That's it.
From advertising for the right candidate, interviewing, that's your time interviewing people, or if you're employing somebody else to interview them, having some amenities in place as your staffs, and the last thing you want to do is employ someone after investing so much time, money, resources, and they happen not to be the right employee. That can be very discouraging. So how have you been able to navigate through employing the right employees for your organization?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I think the first thing you need to do is to define the job specification you want people to do for you. Okay, so have a job description. Okay, so maybe I need a secretary. I need to define what I want my secretary to be doing. If I need an assistant, I need this. There was a time we had all this stuff and I just feel, okay, I need another instructor in class. Then I define what I want my instructor to be doing for me. Okay, so after defining that will guide you to who you will select for that particular job. Okay, so and after that, after defining your job description, then of course you will have to conduct an interview. Okay, so during the interview section, that is when you get to meet them physically. Of course, the interviews we've been doing, they have been physical, not much of online. People do online interview, I know that, but if possible, you even if it's online or on site, either ways, you want to review their credentials and application carefully. That's when you get to know them first. Okay, so you need to check their background, where they are coming from of course their CVs. You need to check their background and ask questions. Make sure you ask questions from people when they come from interview. You want to know the last job they did before they apply for yours, their experience in the field you want to employ them for. Okay, you want to know why they quit. you really want to know so many things about them. Because if you don't know this, it won't give you the right information about the person you are taking. Okay, so after you've conducted that background check, you know this person, does this person share the same faith with me? Does this person have my own, we have values. Ask for their values. Does this person share the same value? Okay, if you set timing, maybe I said my interview time is 10, this person is coming 11, I should know some things about this person. Okay, so after you've done that and eventually you are arriving at some set of people, not just the theoretical part alone, you want to conduct a practical test for people. That is if they are providing services for you. Okay, if their time of employment is service provider like us, if I'm employing somebody, I want to see, are you even good in fashion designing? Okay, so if I want to employ you to be training my students, how competent are you? So I need to conduct a practical test for you so that I will know that, okay, we are on the same page. Wow. And of course, even if they don't meet there are some people that we've employed so far and they don't meet our criteria, we have to train them for a month, 2 months. Some 2 months, I think the max is 2 months. We have to train them before they start working for us so that we can do what they can meet up with the standard of the system. So after conducting tests and all that, of course, when you employ people, you need to give them an employment letter so that you make things official. Do you get it? Yeah. So these are the things we put in place that guide us. And of course, there are times that you can put your staffs, when you employ people, put them on probation, let them know that they're on probation. So that you just, you just test them so that I will know that this one is not permanent employment. I'm just testing you. Maybe for a couple of months, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you just know that. So I set target as well for you. So that if you meet up your target, I will know that, okay, we have a deal. And if you don't meet up, since you know you're on probation, I can ask you to leave. So those are the guidelines to employing the right people for your business. You can feel free to train people if they don't meet up your criteria, your business criteria. You can train them. Okay, you can monetize it, or you can do it for free. As St.Lumrey, if we are training you, we do it for free, but based on agreement. If I'm training you for free for a month so that you can meet up my standard, of course, we agree that you work with me for a certain period of time before you can tell me you want to leave.
Amazing.
So, yes, that's the condition. That's the condition of us training our staffs. So I don't want to get to the drama of me training you, and after a period of time, you have reasons to leave. So you'll have taken away my money and all that. Okay, so that's what we do at St.Lumrey Fashion. Before we feature you, you have to be trained.
Amazing. No, honestly, Nifemi, this is a great nugget that you're giving, and I'm sure somebody out there watching this is being blessed. You know, maybe someone that's been struggling with retaining or employing and retaining the right employee. And also one thing that you said I'm really happy about is that you've recognized the fact that there could be a gap in skills. So someone comes and there's a gap there, but you have a strategy or process in place that helps to fill that gap, which is really encouraging. I'm so happy what I'm hearing. So if you're just watching this, well, this is Johnny Season 3, Themed God's Business. And today we have the founder, the chief executive, the chief instructor of St.Lumrey's Fashion School, located based in Nigeria, Akure. God bless you as you were joining us. So another thing that came to mind, if you don't mind me asking, what is your staff strength like? I mean, how many employees do you have so far in St.Lumrey?
Okay, presently now we have about 7 staffs.
Amazing.
Working staffs. Yes.
Wow, amazing. And talking about the working staff, if you were to put it in, in sentences, how many trainees would you say have gone through your training school so far? And whatever we can remember.
Okay, if I should count, there should be over 100.
Wow, I just have to applaud you.
They should be close to 250 now.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, I had to ask this, and that's to for me to, what's it called, buttress on the fact that as Christians entrepreneurs, we're not just making money, but we are adding to the economy of whatever environment we find ourselves. So you've trained 250 people, they've gone ahead to probably train more people, do their work, and contribute to the economy. And this eventually translates into the world economy. And the reason I mention the economy is because one of our forefront at Wonderful Way CIC is to alleviate poverty. So for you, without you knowing, you are affecting the world in your own way without even understanding. Without even knowing it. But I just have to mention that. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Nifemi. My name is Bola. If you're watching us, I've told Nifemi to please call me the name Bola for like the third time. But Ma is something that we actually use a lot to address ourselves in Nigeria. But I've told you
that's it.
We're Nigerians, yes, but I am a sole believer that respect doesn't have to be titled. Respect is seen in our actions towards one another, the way we embrace one another, the way we appreciate one another, without even using the title Sarah. So, Bola would do. Thank you very much. Now, is there any? You did mention that you had to train yourself initially at the roadside, and you went to the higher institution, then you upgraded your training as well. Can you please tell us the importance of personal development in starting a business?
Okay.
Not necessarily skill. Personal development can be something outside even your work. For example, you're a fashion designer, you're an instructor. Aside from cutting patterns, knowing your fabrics, what are the personal things that personal development that I should add to myself? Is be it communication, stakeholder management, all these things that just helps your business, overall business, basically, in terms of carrying on with the operations. Can you please tell us the importance of it? Is it important, or is it just, you just know your skill and that's it? So for me, I said, what are the personal development that is needed? And this could be just your business as well. This could be focused on business, but what are the personal development? I try to use the word personal development because it covers a lot of things.
Yes,
personal development that is needed to start, to run, and sustain a business. For anyone watching us now and are thinking, what do I need to know? But I'm good at this. What would be your advice for them, please?
Okay. Like I said, after training, that was at roadside. And eventually, because I learned as a roadside, there are so many designs I couldn't attempt. Like maybe out of 100 styles, I could attempt maybe like 10. There are so many designs. So I keep asking my boss, Ma, because I'm a very intelligent lady. I keep asking her, Ma, this design, how do I do this design? And she will like, this design, there is a particular machine you need for this, that she just keeps tossing me to and fro. You can only give what you have.
Yeah.
Okay. So she couldn't ask so many questions I was asking. She couldn't answer, rather. So I go online and I feel scared. When customers bring their design, I have a lot of customers back then, so many people, but they were just paying me small amounts because I wasn't very good. I wasn't very professional. So my skill was attracting the potential clients within what I could do. So
wow.
they keep giving me this job of back then, just I could have done for 10,000 10 years ago. I was doing it for like 700 naira. So I couldn't charge. I didn't have the confidence to charge people for money because most designs you bring, I either twist it for you. If I can't do it, I will twist it that this won't look good on you. This fabric is not good enough. I was lying back then. Wow. It was because I couldn't attempt the style. I don't know. I don't have a clue, like
of how it was done.
So I go to market and I buy designs and I would like how do they make this design? So that's the place of personal development. I had a test already. So I had a test for upgrade, that I needed to do this upgrade so that I will be confident in my business.
Yeah.
Okay. So eventually, when I met my husband and he saw the things I could do, like, you just need a little touch for this. You really don't need much. And then that was how I did the upgrade. And that was how my confidence level stepped up. In fact, people, if I tell you that all my customers, then I had to drop them. Then after my upgrade, and then because of the things I was doing, new customers, new clients set in, and that was how my price increased greatly because of high demand. Okay. So, and eventually along the years after year, I keep upgrading myself. I take so many online courses, and I was adding so much. So that's the place of personal upgrade, even after you have a skill. After you've gotten the skill, there is this place of updating yourself to know what is trendy and how you can do what is trendy. Because the market, especially fashion designing, is highly competitive, like highly competitive. So you don't want to allow your competitors to get a hold of you just because you can't do what the things they can do. So it will limit your business if you keep doing things the old way. Things are changing, things are evolving, and so you need to keep up yourself by updating yourself with things that are going on. Let me tell you that it is not the way they are sewing stuff 10 years ago. It is not the same way they are doing it now. So if you step back at the knowledge of the things, of the knowledge you acquired 10 years ago, you want to clip with that, you will be old school. So that's the place of personal development. Upgrade yourself. It doesn't have to be physical. Of course, I will appreciate if you can go physical. It doesn't have to be every day. You can do, like, for St.Lumrey Fashion School now, we have crash courses that you can take, maybe weekends. Those are crash if you are not chanced. So you can take that, and you can take online courses. I have so many online courses. I didn't mention that. I train people online as well.
Wow.
Yes, I train people online. I've trained, let me say, over 800 people online presently.
Amazing.
So you can take online courses and just upgrade yourself. So aside upgrading, one of the things I do is to connect with people in line of my field. Very important. So from there, we discuss challenges we are facing and how we can overcome that. So it's important that if you're a fashion designer, you are a photographer, you are whatever, you just connect with people in line of your business so that you can share, you can rub minds together.
Amazing.
Okay, so one of the things, another thing you can do to, upgrade yourself is to do feasibility studies around and know if your product is even still relevant. Do you get?
Wow.
You have to know if what you are doing is still much marketable. Because at times, so many people, they don't do feasibility studies and ask people, are there challenges regarding my product, my service? Our customers, if you are rendering service, what do customers feel? You need to ask for customers' feedback from people. You need to ask for what they think about the service you are rendering. Okay, so from there you will be able to upgrade. You'll be able to upgrade whatever complaints they are making. Okay, so it's general that it is important that you do feasibility study as a business person. Okay.
Wow, amazing. Wow, this episode is loaded.
Thank you.
Is loaded. Thank you so much for sharing openly, transparently, and not holding any back. We do not take this for granted. You've heard this from St.Lumrey Fashion School. This is the chief instructor for the fashion school. She's told you there is a huge importance attached to your personal development, and this will help your sustainability, your relevance, and of course, it's just, for me, it's a form of self-care for yourself. If you really love your business, you still want it to be in existence, there is that place of you upscaling yourself. And I mean, for you to upscale yourself, you have to upskill yourself. That's another thing that I found, that, you know, your demand went higher when your skill, you know, has improved, and also connecting with other competitors. So rather than you see yourself as competitors, you see yourself as collaborators. You never know what you could learn from one another. Thank you so much. I wish we could carry on and on and on, but we have to stop at this
I have so
moment.
many things to say as well.
Honestly, we have to stop at this moment.
Oh my.
Nifemi, you've been an amazing blessing. Now, you're looking at Nifemi and you're probably thinking, oh, she's amazing. She's impactful. She's hardworking. She's skillful. Yes, with all of that, an added bonus to Nifemi that she's a child of God. And we believe greatly that despite everything that we do, God is the one that grants grace. You know, she had a dream in her heart, and God was able to connect her to that dream, to a dream partner, whereby they can work together and bring this to life. And what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, perhaps you want to start a business and you're still confused about it. And yes, God is the one that gives, you know, the wisdom. However, we still need him to help us through. But you can't go to someone that you don't know. So if you're here and you're watching me and you're yet to give your life to Jesus, I know we're talking about business, but Jesus is interested in every aspect of our lives. That is why this season is themed God's Business. Wow, what an episode. I hope you have been blessed with that episode that you've just watched. Well, I have been blessed. Perhaps you're thinking, I am on a journey myself and I do not know how to go about this. Well, if there's anything that is certain, what is certain is we all need Jesus on this journey of life. At every pace, at every time, at every season, we need Jesus to journey with us. Are you watching and you're yet to give your life to Jesus? Why don't you bow your heart wherever you are and say this prayer with me? Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for yet another day to hear about you and your love for me. I am convinced in my heart that truly you are the only one that can save me. Today, I confess you as my Lord and my Savior. I confess that indeed you died on the cross for my sins and you rose again after the third day. Please come into my life. Be the Lord over my life, now and forever. Amen. That's it. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family of Jesus. Well, this is all we have for you on today's episode. Remember to join us next week for yet another time on Journey. I would like to please plead with every one of you, if you can please like this video, share this video, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Perhaps you would like to click that notification button so that you can be notified whenever we've uploaded a new episode for Journey. God bless you and see you next time. Bye for now. Bolale Oyedira.